rest assured that you're not going to always be where you are. Trust me, you're not always going to be there. So just make plans and pray and ask God that let his will for your life shine through even in the turmoil and the trials. No, it was like, okay, the stylist. I'm a stylist. So I'm like, okay, should I do Delicia the stylist or Alicia? Because once you want that drive and want to see yourself succeed, you would do it regardless.
Like, I'm going to be posting more.
Hello.
Yeah.
Well, you see that purchase? You want to. It's like, okay, this is a drive. Okay, people want to buy.
Hello everyone, welcome to Business Talk with Oyin. On today's episode, I do have a special guest with me, and she's going to be sharing with us today her experience, her challenges running a business here in Canada. Her name is Delicia, and she's the founder of Lissy the Stylist.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of questions to ask her. So make sure you please tell them to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Subscribe. All
right.
More to come, more business stuff to come, more knowledge, more wisdom.
Okay.
You want to tune in.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
I'm so happy to have you. I've been trying to get her on for a long time, but I'm so happy you took out the time to do this with us.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure.
All right. So my first question for you, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Okay, so I am Guyanese. I am from Guyana. Both my parents are Guyanese.
Okay.
At the age of 12, I moved to the Bahamas, the beautiful country of the Bahamas, where I went to school, high school, and then I furthered my education at the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, where I did hair. And so now I'm a hairstylist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's talk about you coming to Canada first. So, how was that journey for you coming to Canada?
It was kind of spontaneous, in a way. So my husband told me one day, like, oh, I want to go to Canada. Mind you, he was telling me this for over a period of time, but I never took him seriously. And then he was like, okay, I'm serious about moving to Canada to further his education. And I'm like, okay, this is something to think about. And then here we are in Canada. The journey has been rough, but it's been something, well, like any place, moving to a new place would be rough. It's something to get adjusted to.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty good now that it's going smoothly. It's been good.
Okay, that's good. So what inspired you to start your business?
I've always wanted to do hair from a little girl, from a young child. It's always been my passion. And it just started from there, just loving and seeing my hair getting braided or done, and seeing my sister's hair getting braided. And I'm like, one day I want to do hair. Like, that's all I dream about. That's all I think about. If someone asks me what I want to be in life, I want to do hair. That's it. That's it. I just love making people feel beautiful because I love looking beautiful. I love my hair done.
As you can see, all done.
I just love everything about beauty. I love everything about hair, everything about makeup. You know, just looking pretty, you know, feeling pretty. Because trust me, when you look good, you feel good. And any girl can tell you that. Once their hair get done, you act different. You act very different.
100%. That's true. Once your hair is done, it's like, you know you got that.
Right.
Okay, that's good. I saw your picture. You also learn how to braid. And what do you do apart from braiding?
I do everything except for chemical servicing. So that includes perming, all that. I don't do that. I don't like to. So I just stick to sewings, wigs, silk presses. I do braids. Basically everything you think about, literally. Yeah,
that's very good. That's very good.
Thank you.
And learning it didn't take that long for you to learn how to do it, right?
No, I am self-taught. Everything with hair to me comes easily. Everything that has to do with my hands, like I could look at a video one time and learn how to do it.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been very good. I love it. So catching on, it's been very, very easy. So it wasn't something hard for me. Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good. It takes a while. I was telling you my story too.
Yeah.
It takes a while for you to learn how to like
mind you, learning it is one thing, but being good at it is another thing. You can learn something, but being able to execute it correctly and to the best of your ability is another thing. Like, it was a journey for me. It was growth, constant practice, constant, okay, I got it, I think I know how she did it. But doing it, actually putting it on paper, it was like, okay, I had to do it over and over again to get it exactly how I wanted to look. So yeah, you can catch it, but you got to make sure, keep practicing to be perfect, because trust me, it was not always
that,
green.
It
was not always good. So yeah, it's been a journey.
Like they say, practice make perfect. Once you keep practicing and you like what you're doing, eventually you get there.
Yeah, and I always tell people, never think you've arrived when it comes to doing anything. There's always room to grow. There's always room to learn. Even me now, people always tell me, oh my gosh, your work is so good. And I'm like, it is, but I want to be better. I want to be better. There's always room for growth. So even if you do hair or makeup, lashes or whatever, like, trust me, you always have room to grow in whatever you do. So
yeah. I love that. I always remember, you have to learn, you have to grow. That brings me to my next question. So what keeps you positive? Like, what keeps you? It could be from the Bible, anywhere. Like, what keeps you going?
Faith, honestly. Faith in God's purpose for my life, and just knowing that He ultimately has a greater and better plan for my life, and His plans for me are wonderful. And just the thought of Him wanting my life to be beautiful, that's just like, it puts a positive spin on everything. Like, okay, my life may be going one way right now, and I may not like it, but just know that, okay, we all have to go through challenges. We all have, growing to do. And trust me, turmoil and trials make you better. It brings out the best in you. It brings out a drive in you that you've never seen before. So being positive, trust me, you're not always going to have positive days, but just rest assured that you're not going to always be where you are. Trust me, you're not always going to be there. So just make plans and pray and ask God that, He direct your plans, and let His work, let His will for your life shine through, even in the turmoil and the trials that you may be going through.
I love that. I do love that. You have to pray. You have to put God first.
Trust me, you can't do it without Him, honestly.
No, definitely you cannot.
Trust me.
I love that. That's very good. Yeah. So let's talk about the name. How do you come up with that name? Because I'm sure when I was trying to pick my name for my business, it took me like a lot.
Trust me, I've been through so many names. This is my fourth or fifth name.
What's the first one? Can you remember?
She Glows was actually my first name.
As you can see.
She Glows was my first name, and I'm like, oh, I don't really like it. It doesn't scream me,
Okay.
And then I went to Edges and Eyeshadows, which was the name before this current name.
Okay.
That was where I did makeup as well. But the hair was just consuming me that I didn't have time to balance both. So I had to give that up, and I'm like, okay, since I give hair up, I can't use the name anymore because it doesn't match. So my sister and I was like, okay, we have to come up with a name. It's so hard to pick a name. I've never, went through something harder in my life. But I don't know. It was like, okay, the stylist. I'm a stylist. So I'm like, okay, should I do Delicia the stylist or Lisi? Because all of my friends and family, they call me Lisi. So I'm like, okay, that fits. My clients even call me Lisi because it's like, oh, we're friends now. So Lisi. So I was like, okay, Lisi fits. So Lisi the stylist, it is.
Okay, then you just stuck
I just put it there. And
that's very good. I really like the name too.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm sure in your business you've definitely faced some challenges. And how do you face it, and how do you handle that? Like when they come?
Honestly, as a stylist, you go through challenges with customers. You trust me, from customers. I would say customers would be like the biggest challenge if you just want to be a stylist. Going into the business, you have to have really good customer service. And despite your clients, some clients may be,
we get it. We get it.
A little difficult. just keep a positive attitude, honestly. Sometimes it may get very hard to do because of course we are all humans, and sometimes you want to put aside the professionalism and just, be yourself.
Yeah.
But you just have to try,
Right.
try. Sometimes we go there. We go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the most difficult thing I would say is the customers, because sometimes you do encounter those people, but just keep it professional. You don't want people to tarnish your name.
Yeah.
So keep it professional, keep it cute. Yeah, and just handle it with grace. Just try your best to be polite and cooperative with them, helping them out in their situation. And that's all you could do.
So just have that good charisma, customer service.
And because trust me, word of mouth is very, very important. People, trust me, I've had those times where clients tried me, and I'm like, but I was like, you know what, this it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Trust me, it's gonna happen. But just try to take it easy. Try to be like, you know what, hey, what do you need? Let me help you. How could we resolve this? How could and it'll blow over. But don't be afraid to say to cut ties. Don't be afraid to ever cut ties when it comes to your peace in working in your business. You can always tell somebody, okay, I would no longer like to continue this relationship or this work relationship, and it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Some people just aren't for you, and you just have to realize that in your business. Don't compromise your peace for a couple of dollars. It's not worth it. Trust me.
Exactly. So for you, like, do your best and you try to like make them understand.
You could try your best. Some clients just are difficult. You can't work around it, and so you learn to part ways. Like, don't try to hold on to it because it's a couple of dollars. Trust me, you'll regret it. So just try to
do what works for you.
Do what works for you.
That's good. Thank you so much for sharing that. So let's do something more fun. TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok or Instagram? I would say TikTok.
TikTok. Okay. Yeah. So why TikTok?
I don't know. TikTok got a hold on the world right now. For me, TikTok has a lot of knowledge. People share a lot. You could search as little as how to bake a cake, and TikTok will have that recipes from scratch. It's just so much knowledge and wisdom on TikTok. Like, trust me, anything you want to learn, anything you want to know, you search it on TikTok, baby, you got it.
I like that. So what role have social media like play in your business for you?
Woo! When I say there's no better advice, thank you for that question, because it's a really good question. Social media is your life. It's what's going to
push you there.
Mind you, word of mouth is cool. Word of mouth does a lot. But when I say you have to create, this is the age and stage of social media. This content, you have to create content if you want to grow, if you want to reach the 10Ks and the however far you want to be in life. You just don't want to be people just know you in your community. If you want to be bigger, you have to take advantage of social media, and that has been the growth of my business. Like, people even seeing me from the States asking me to come to Atlanta to do their hair, and come to Halifax and come to this place, and I'm like, I didn't even know and I do run 4 social medias.
Whoa.
I have a YouTube channel.
Okay, do you want to tell them? Okay.
I do have about almost 6,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Okay.
I do have a TikTok with 10,000 followers, and another Lacey the Stylist TikTok with about 4,000 followers. So you have to push. Trust me, sometimes, some days you don't feel like it. But despite the feeling, and I'm working on discipline, despite how you feel, you do. Because that's what's gonna elevate you. You have to be consistent. You have to constantly do and keep doing. So like, create that content whether or not you feel like it. Like, do it. Trust me, it's gonna pay off.
All right, that's very good. So you find yourself like always, because some people are like, oh, I like social media, but I find myself always going there all the time. But I know it's part of the business though. But imagine maybe you're not like a social media person and you're you're still running your business by yourself. You can't
Right.
afford to hire someone to do that.
Right.
But you find yourself that you're always online, always trying to post, it's taking much of your time.
Yeah. I do have a balance. I wouldn't say it's crazy.
Okay.
You just have to have a schedule, honestly, on what days I'm gonna post on this. And it's been so easy to do with, because 3 of my social medias are with Lisa the Stylist. So if I make content for one, I can just post the same one on the 3 others. You know, so it isn't really something hard to do, I would say.
Yeah.
But make it fun. Like I would say, make it fun. Like, you love doing hair. Just set up your tripod, set up your phone, and while you're doing, you just record. Like, that's it. The hardest part probably would be editing, but trust me, it comes with the territory. It comes with building your business. And once you want that drive and want to see yourself succeed, you would do it regardless.
Like, put yourself out there, post.
You would want to, honestly, and despite of how tired you are, trust me, you're gonna be tired, but it'll work out. Literally, it'll work out.
Thank you so much for sharing, because you just have to have a balance. It's fine if you're not online on Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, because sometimes I was never a social media person. Like, even putting my personal life out there, I'm like, I'm gonna stay away from that. Yeah. But I've learned, like, you have to. Like, people love your business. Yeah. People love, but you could obviously give them as much as you want to. Yeah. In terms of your personal life, but when it comes to your business, you can't be shy. You can't be like, I don't like social media. It's something that comes with the territory if you want to grow. That is. Yeah. You know?
I like that. For me, it took me like 2 years before I put my face on my business. I will either give it to someone to like promote it or talk about the brand. Yeah. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to put my face out there yet.
That was me. That was me. Even creating TikTok for my business Instagram. I don't want to get on camera. Yeah. But people want to see who they're coming to. Yeah. People want to see who owns this business. Exactly. Like, even for me, when I go to somebody's, when I go to someone's page and I'm like, oh, who is this stylist? Her work is good, but I don't see her. Like, I don't know who she is. Yeah. Like, that probably for me wouldn't, I wouldn't book because I don't know her. I don't really know her. Like, who is she? I want to see her, you know? Yeah. And people love to see who you are. Exactly. So you have to get on that camera. Yeah. Yeah, you never know until you try. Right. I know, like, I have to post, I have to do story time, I have to like do this. You just get used to it. And trust me, you can have negative people, but you're gonna have so much support. Yeah, you're gonna have so much support, even from your friends and your family, and it weighs more. Yeah, the support weighs more than the little, you know. And I remember when I started my business, all my customers were from Instagram. Like, most of my customers were like, just, oh, can you ship here? Can you ship here? Like, okay, I'm going to be posting more. Hello. Yeah. When you see that purchase, that you want to, it's like, okay, this is a drive. Okay, people want to buy. Like, okay, let me keep this going, you know. And it's, love it. I have a question though. Do you feel like sometimes you just have the same content and you just feel like you're just reposting the same thing over? Do you feel that way sometimes? I do. Yeah. And, like, for me, I like to go. That's why I like to scroll on TikTok and Instagram, because I like to see what other people do that I could switch it up. Yeah. Like, you know, there's other stylists on there and people following them, and it's like, okay, I feel like everything for me is like so repetitive. Like, everything just seems like it looks the same way. Yeah. And I would go on certain people's page that I like, and I'm like, oh, I like how she did that video. Let me try doing it the same way, you know? Yeah. So and put your own right. So try to go and see people who doing content that you like to see and try to mimic that, even if don't do the same way, but you know, try to put your little spin, like she said, on it and make it your own. Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing. I'm sure everyone is learning something. Okay, do you have anything you're working on right now? Maybe a product or something coming up? Yes. Okay. Well, tell me. Yes, I am. I'm actually working on classes for the girls. You know, they've been asking me for hair install classes and sewing classes, and I'm like, you know what? A lot of people have been asking, so I'm like, you know what? Let me give the girls what they want. Okay. So, yes, classes is coming very soon, and my Halifax girls. Okay. I will be in Halifax. Ooh. Okay. May 15th to the 18th. Okay. So trust me, you do not want to miss the slay. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be one for the bucks.
Yeah.
So I book your appointment.
Okay, I'm gonna leave I'm gonna put it down there so that you can see too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. I'm sure. Halifax people are waiting for you. Okay, so I know there's a lot of people that want to do something like what you're doing. Do you have any advice for them? You know, someone that is out
do
there.
Do it.
Period.
Don't be scared. Do it. Trust me. Bet on yourself. Like, you are your best bet, honestly. If you want a life of freedom, if you want a life of entrepreneurship, like, you have to bet on yourself. You can't be scared. You can't be like, okay, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna be there. I don't think I'm good enough. Like, nobody thinks they're good enough at first, you know?
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, oh my God, am I good enough? Is my work good enough? You know, you always question yourself, but you can be your own downfall, honestly. So you have to have people around you, even yourself. Talk yourself out of that. Like, no, I am good enough. Yeah. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna pay for this class. I'm going to make sure I get my money's worth. I'm going to ask the questions and re-ask the questions if I don't know. And, you know, put my foot out there. Like, you know, ask your friend to do their hair and, you know, practice on them. For me, when I first started, I practiced on my sister. I practiced on my mom. I practiced on my best friend. She was my guinea pig. She know that. Like, everybody, you know, until I was good enough to say put myself out there, and then people start to see me. When I say everyone starts from zero. Everyone starts from scratch.
Definitely.
Everyone starts from scratch, but it's taking that first leap of faith, you know. And even to see where I am now, from working out of my mom's house on the regular living room chair without a mirror, with 2 products and a comb, to where I am now, having so many clients, moving to Canada, a whole new country, you know, and seeing what it could be and how good it could get. Trust me, you are your biggest bet. Okay?
Yeah.
So do it.
Just do it. Simple. There's always that first stage that's always the problem. It's always, I know.
But like I said in the beginning, rest sure that you are going to move forward. You're not always going to be there. Rain don't always fall. You're going to see sun. So just know that you're going through a rough patch right now in terms of getting clients, and, you know, but trust me, you're going to get there. Just put yourself out there, take the class, do what you need to do, watch the YouTube videos over and over and over. You're going to get it.
Yeah,
you're gonna get it.
I love that. Just do it. You know, you never know.
Right.
It's better you try than you never try.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do.
You wouldn't know if you don't try.
Yeah, definitely. So, where do you see your brand in the next 5 years, 2 years? What's coming up for your brand?
I have so much in store.
Okay.
So much that I want to do, and I just can't wait for it to happen. Like, I don't want to say anything too soon.
Okay.
You know?
You know what I wanted to say, so you can come back and, you know, it's fine. I said it
when you see me.
When you see us
next year.
Okay.
Baby, we can have a lot more to talk about.
Okay.
Lots more to talk about.
Okay, so some products, some wax sticks, some more classes. I wanted to drop something. I don't know why.
Just for you. Stay tuned. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Then we should keep on watching. I know you have big plans coming up for sure. And I'm so happy you took this time to do this with me.
Yes.
And do you have any last words to share with them or something?
I do.
Okay.
If you are struggling in terms of trying to figure out, like, if this path is for you, doing hair, it is. If you're good enough, yes, it is.
Okay.
And if you're struggling a little bit, trust me, it is. Once you have that, and it has to be a passion. You have to want it. This is just not something that you wake up and like, oh, I just want to do hair because I could braid. You know, because it has rough days. It have days where you feel down. It feels like nobody's booking because, of course, it's seasonal. You know, sometimes it gets seasonal.
Yeah.
But you just have to push through. You have to push through. You have to work towards it. Work hard. And trust me, some days I'm like, I don't want to. But I have people around me that get up, post that content, do this, do that. You know you have this to do. Like, you know, have people around you that motivate you, that believe in you. I have my sister. Hello.
Okay. Hello, sister.
Both of my sisters, they're like, get up and post that content. Do this. Record better. Do this. You know?
Yeah.
And just do it. Just do it. Just like I said, if you're a visual learner, go on YouTube. My biggest place where I learned from was YouTube. Okay. Watching Erica J, watching Slay by Jordan. Trust me, just do whatever you need to do to learn.
Yeah, very important.
Learn and keep learning. Don't ever think you've arrived because the market's everything is changing. Everything is evolving. People wigs look like scalp now. So you can't come into the game looking, so you have to push. You have to get there, So try it.
Try. That's good.
Just try.
I'm happy you have good support system. Sometimes it really help. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah,
it
definitely.
It really does.
That's good. So let's talk about how you balance work and personal life.
Woo!
Like family, baby, and now how do you have that time?
Yes, trust me, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I just take it one day at a time. My husband is very supportive. He is very good. He helps a lot, and it's a teamwork. In marriage, it's a teamwork. You know, if I am low in energy or I can't do it today, he picks up the load and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna take it for you." You know, you just have to have that person that's there, that supports you, that helps you, that wants to. Yeah. So yeah, it gets tough. Honestly, it gets tough balancing everything, but you can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
There's nothing you can't do.
Exactly.
You know, and it has to get done either way. So just get up and do it.
Just find a balance at the end of the day.
Yeah. And prioritize time for yourself. Time for yourself, time for your partner,
for your business.
And for your business. Trust me, that's the biggest baby right there.
Yeah.
So, you just have to.
All right, that's good. That's good. I'm sure we have learned a lot from her. I'm so happy to be doing this with her. So that's all my question for you today. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, that was exactly what I wanted to say. Please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes. We do have more coming up for you. This is episode 3, so make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.